What's going on, my gente, my people? Now look, we got this thing called a society. We got a civilization. Everyone has a job to do. We have people that, freaking fix horseshoes for a living. We got people that beg for money for a living, but everyone's got a job to do, okay? And in this thing called a civilization, a society, we got this thing called rules, okay? R-U-L-E-S, okay? Now you know how to spell it, you know how to say it. Now I'm going to tell you what it's all about. So rules are there in place so you don't do things that you shouldn't do, like stealing, maybe messing around with someone's husband or wife, because, that's why marriage is there between two people, so a third person doesn't get involved and things don't get complicated, people don't get hurt, or maybe, worse. And you don't want that kind of stuff to happen. That's why you got to follow rules, okay? You follow rules. You got to be a certain height to get on the roller coaster, okay? Maybe you can stretch a little bit, put on them shoes to make you taller, and maybe you can squeeze yourself on that ride, but you got to make sure you follow the rules, because, they have the rules for being a certain size on a ride so you don't fall off the ride and they're like, oh, a terrible tragedy happened today at Six Mountains Magic River Experience. A tiny person fell out of a ride because they were too small for it. They don't want that to happen. That's why there's rules. So if you stretch them a little bit, maybe you gave the guy 85 cents instead of 75 cents because you wanted to give him a tip for that candy bar. And where does a candy bar cost 75 cents? I don't know. Last time I saw a candy bar, it was $1.75 for a Snickers bar at a store. I was like, damn, I remember when it used to be 50 cents. But anyway, there's rules for a reason so we don't get crazy. We don't get all wild out here, start hurting each other even worse. You don't want people unaliving each other because that's not good. We got to have people alive. We got to have structure. And we got to have rules so we can keep things going, like marriage, like relationships, like jobs. We got to have all those things, rules in place so those things can stay nice and neat and nobody gets hurt, okay? Rules are there to keep things nice and neat. You want to stretch them a little bit, maybe, get your way, go ahead, but don't break the rules. Follow the rules. Rules are there for a reason. Bye.